Hi everyone, this is Liz from Creative Life of Liz, and I am here to share my planner stack for 2023. Hard to believe we're already at that time, but we definitely are. There's going to be some pretty significant changes compared to what you guys have been seeing from my 2022 planner stack. So I'm definitely excited to be talking through that with you guys as well. So starting off at the top, the first is the Aura Estelle B6 Classic Daily. I feel like this has already had some fading, but it is what it is. This has just been sitting on my desk in the box, so that's to be expected. I already did a whole video about this particular planner, so I'm not going to talk about it in too much detail. I will link the video up above and or down in the cards, wherever it goes. But this is the Aura Estelle by Annie Plans Classic Daily B6 with this kind of like faux leather cover, and then the Tomoe River paper inside. It does come with this kind of little guide. This is what a daily can look like. It does have 3 columns that are each 1.5 inches wide, so you can still use stickers in it if you want. And there's a spot where you could add like a daily calendar schedule tracker kind of thing, something like that. And then there's monthly spreads that you can use as well, and then the weekly spread that starts out each week that has some free space, as well as some 7 daily boxes to get some key things going on in there, whatever that might look like. And then there's a yearly overview page. I'm not going to flip through all of this for you guys since we already did that earlier, as I mentioned, but I'm excited to use this. It's definitely going to be a big change because I'm going to be combining what I currently have in my Recollections vertical weekly, as well as my KITLife Daily into this one planner. Also, that's going to mean that there's a lot of client information that goes in here, so I'm going to have to make some changes in my videos as well, since I can't show you everything. Because obviously I don't want to share client information publicly. So it's definitely going to be a big change. It's also very different paper with the Tomoe River paper. So things are going to be different, and it's going to take me a little while to kind of mess around with it and see how it goes. But I am really excited to use it, and I think it's going to be really enjoyable. So we're just going to have to see, and we're going to figure it out together. The next of the planners, again, very different. This is a Park Lane guided journal, a 5-year journal. As you can see, I got it on clearance. This comes from Joann's. I think Park Lane is a Joann's brand, not totally sure how that works. But this particular journal, you can see it has like this floral cover, and then the back is all floral as well. It is a hardcover for this 5-year journal. So I'm planning to use it for 2023, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So through 2027. But this is the cover. It has this kind of like floral tone on tone and a spot here. And then there's a quote and the January. And then you have dates worth noting in January. This is where you can put like birthdays and anniversaries and things like that. And then you're going to have the daily pages, which has spots for you to fill in the years, and then fill it in every day. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines per day. So definitely a decent amount of space, but it's also not as much pressure as a full-on journal, as it were. And then you get the same setup for every month. So this is the end of January, and then you go into February with a quote and then the cover, so on and so forth. I can see if I can show you guys the rest of them as we go through. I'm not planning to share this journal on this channel after this video because it's really just for me, but I think that I'm at a point in my life in my early 30s, no quote page here because of how the days work out, where I'm expecting some probably pretty big changes to happen in my life in the next 5 years, just because of how life works and all of those kinds of things. So I think it'll be interesting to kind of track all of these things as we're going, and kind of see how my life is different or the same. I think I kind of just want to be putting in here, say, highlights of the day, maybe what I'm thinking about at the time, or stresses that I have, things like that, I think are going to be what goes in here. But just an opportunity to kind of talk a little bit with myself in a low pressure kind of way. When you hit the end of the year, you just have the closing pages. It does also come with a ribbon bookmark in here as well. So just want it to kind of be a chance for me to get back into journaling, which I haven't really done reliably in over a decade, but in a low pressure kind of way. And then the third planner that I'm going to be using this year, I also got it from Joann's, and it has little stickers on it already. This one is a point planner. This is a suede planner with 120 dot grid pages. So this particular planner, you can kind of see on the back, it's made by American Crafts. This is going to be my book bujo. So as you guys have already seen from previous years, I've been using a book bujo for the last couple of years, and you guys see the setup every month on here. This is kind of the one planner that is staying the same here. So this is the cover, and then it's a loose planner with no like actual cover inside this kind of material. So theoretically I could put in, say, like any of these planners into this same cover, but this is the one that it's intended to go with. And then inside it's just this kind of large dot grid pattern. It's a much larger dot grid than the Park Lane journal that I'm using right now, but I think this is going to work really well for just being able to track my books. It does have a ribbon so I can keep track of where I am, just track all my reading, things like that. And 120 pages should be sufficient to do all of those things. So that is my plan there, and you'll see a setup for this planner when we get a little closer to 2023. Just like you'll see a setup for the or Estelle by Any Plans. You're not going to see anything for the 5-year journal because there's really nothing to put there. But this is going to be my kind of planner stack, looking very neutral, which is a little unusual for me. But this is going to be my planner stack for 2023. At least that's the plan. Things could definitely change along the way. But I'm excited about using all of these things. So that's all I have for today. As always, please like and subscribe below if you haven't already. And then also post what your 2023 planner stack is. I would love to hear about that as well. I'm also thinking about a cover or something for this particular planner because it is going to go with me everywhere and is the most likely to get beat up. So let me know if you have suggestions on small covers that work really well. Maybe I need to think about a jelly cover. I'm not really sure. Let me know if you have particular suggestions below. Links are always super helpful if you put them down below as well. And then follow me on Instagram at Creative Life of Liz. You will see bits and pieces of this planner as well as the book bujo once that one's set up, and other things I have going on in my life, what I'm reading, all of that good stuff. And until next time, bye.